Now that we've measured the heights of both the left and right vertical edges of the door, we're going to connect the tops of those two vertical lines to establish the top receding edge, also known as an orthogonal. You might notice a faint ghost of a line already on my paper. That's because I just completed this step and the next one without hitting record on my camera. So I erased my marks to repeat the process for you on video. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Let's do it again together. I'm now going to connect the top corners of the measured door edges and extend that line all the way until it intersects the bottom receding edge, the one we already drew by connecting the bottom corners. Remember, these two lines are parallel in real life, but in one-point perspective, they appear as orthogonals, angled lines that move toward a point of convergence. Where they intersect is your vanishing point. In one-point linear perspective, the vanishing point aligns with both the vertical center of your body and the horizontal center of your field of vision, also known as your eye line. That horizontal eye line is what we call the horizon line. Because we stand upright in a world where gravity pulls things downward, our perception of straight ahead is always horizontal and parallel to the ground, which is why the horizon line is always horizontal perceptually. And now we'll add the horizon line to our drawing. Alright, now all other angles that we see in this space, located on the parallel planes of the left and right walls, will also recede to the vanishing point. So all other receding edges are moving toward convergence at that same point. As these angles pull away from the horizon line, they'll appear more and more oblique. They'll begin to tilt closer to vertical. Think about the vertical position of your body as you observe how these angles radiate away from the horizontal horizon line and towards the verticality found at body's center. Here's the great part. Once you've found your vanishing point, you no longer need to measure every angle individually. You just need to measure verticals and horizontals, and then use the vanishing point to draw the corresponding receding angles. Let's say I want to measure the distance to the next door on the wall. Take your measuring stick and make sure your position and scale are consistent. Measure horizontally from the far right edge of the first door to the far right edge of the next door. Mark that distance on your measuring stick. Transfer that length to your drawing as a horizontal distance. No new angles needed. If the doors are all the same height, as they are here, you can reuse the vertical measurement from the first door and align it along the same receding line toward the vanishing point. Now, maybe I want to measure from the far right edge of one door to the far left edge of the next. That'll be a slightly longer horizontal span. I mark that new width on my stick, transfer it to the page, and I'm good to repeat as needed. One last quick measurement before we move on. Let's find the height from the base of the door to the ceiling at the right-hand edge of the door. Extend your arm, lock your elbow, and hold your measuring stick vertically. Line it up from the bottom right corner of the door to the top edge of the ceiling. Mark that height on your stick and transfer it to your drawing by aligning it along the same vertical line. Finally, connect that point to the vanishing point to establish the ceiling's receding edge.